You are live. All right, welcome everybody to our budget meeting for October. Michael, you want to lead us through your
You bet.
paperwork here?
Okay. Sorry about my voice. It's finally coming back. So, on your first page is your sales tax comparison, and we're going over the results for the month of August. So for the month of August, we had $327,478.74, which was a decrease from August of 2024 of about $8,500, so down about 2%. Our number for September is up. We were actually up about 16,000 in September, and our number in October is also up about 16,000. So right now, overall, we're about 60,000 above last year, so which is about a 2.24% above where we were at last year at the same time.
Wow.
Okay. Page 2, you'll just see kind of the bar graph showing the years 23, 24, and 25 to kind of show you how we're bouncing around a little bit, but pretty much staying in line. And like I said, September and October will be increases when we get to that. Okay. On the next page, we have our sales and use tax and sales distribution. This is collected by merchants in June of 25, remitted to the state in 7 of 25, and remitted to us in 8 of 25. The amount that came to the general fund was $245,000. Our amount that went to streets was $57,000. Parks was $61,000, and bond payments was $25,000. Overall, on the side, on the annual, you can see our 1%, which includes the general fund, the streets, and the bond payment, is that totals $2.1 million, which corresponds with the first sheet that shows the total amount of taxes that we received.
Michael?
Yes, sir.
How much of the bond do we have left to pay off?
We'll go over that when we get to long-term debt. I'm not for exactly,
Okay.
but it's on there, but it has that amount on there.
Sir.
Okay. Next page is just our page from the state that's showing that $399,000 was deposited. There was an $11,000 service charge. Interest earned was $1,200. The amount they sent to us was $388,881.01. On the next page, you'll see what that breakout is. 1% is about $163,000, 1% $163,000. Quarter of a percent was $40,000, which went to parks, and 0.125 was $20,000, which also went to parks. On the next page, you'll see our 2025 sales tax collected, and this is the percentage of the breakdowns between the different subcategories that we've broken into. The main ones that we look at are food and beverage, which is about 17.5% of the total tax that we collected, and lodging is about 23.90% of the tax, with we're leaving all the other at 58.60. Avery, I have a really bad ring-in, so. On the next page, you'll see the bar chart, which shows that the retailers are the largest percentage at the 33.58%. You'll see food and beverage at the 15.64. Lodging is 19.80. This is for the overall numbers. Okay, the next few pages is the breakdown of where all that tax came from, the different categories, contractors, manufacturing, lodging, beverage, everything. So do we have any questions on that? Nope. Okay. All right, so the next page that we're going to go over is our revenue and expenditures report. This is for the month ending August 31st, 2025. 66.58% of our fiscal year is completed. Our total revenue that we have brought in is $7.4 million. We have spent about $7.7 million, $7.8 million, which has resulted in a loss of about $359,000. This does include our capital infusions that we have put in, that we took out of our capital that we had to pay some of those things. So if you put some of that money back, which the general fund capital, the $289,000 is for the capital items that we bought, $32,000 for the water department is the truck we bought, the wastewater treatment plant, that's mainly the engineering that's been done on the rehab project, and then Transit, his money that he's spent on the new tram so far. You can see that when you add those capital infusions back, we're actually running at a gain there. So the next few pages are the detail on that, all the different departments, all the revenues and expenditures that make up that report.
Michael?
Yes, ma'am.
I do have a couple of questions on the revenue side.
Okay.
Is now a good time to
Sure.
ask?
Go
Okay.
right ahead.
So I noticed in non-departmental, you have a reimbursement, WCCAD. Is that the ambulance district, the Carroll County Ambulance
That
District?
is the Washington County, or not
Western.
Washington,
Western District.
Western
District.
Western Carroll County Ambulance
yeah.
District. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what that stands for. We receive 2 payments a year. At this point, we've only received 1 payment, and we'll get the final payment in December. And so they split it into 2. So where we've got $172,000, that was just 1 payment, and we'll get another payment of $172,000.
Gotcha. And so similarly, just down the line there, the reimbursement from CAPC, I noticed expected $51,000.
Yes. What that is when they did the remodel on this building, CAPC agreed to pay for, there was the total renovation project. CAPC agreed to pay for 75% of it, and we paid for 25% of it. We fronted the money and paid for it, and then they're paying us a monthly, or not an annual payment. They pay in August every year, and that's their annual payment of what they're paying to us. So we got that in August,
So
end
it'll
of
show up
August,
on the
1st of
next
September.
one?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, and then the only other question that I had was on the PD STEP grant. I'm assuming that money, well, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Okay. So
Which item number are you on?
It's PD STEP grant state under non-departmental.
right, it's 01004501 and 4510. This is, and probably Billy can explain it to you better, but this is where they do things from my understanding, from the state police. And so what we do is we budget an income and we budget an expense, and they offset each
That's
other
what I
to
figured.
0. And because we don't know how much they're actually going to use that, so when we incur that expense, then we get the reimbursement for it. So it's kind of a guess number that he just kind of does based upon how much he thinks they're actually going to use it. But you'll also see under, should be, I had to find the corresponding number, but we have
under
a corresponding
Police department expense.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
That's what I thought. I just
Yes.
wanted to ask.
Yep. And Billy could probably give you more information. I'm not really sure exactly what all they do for the state police, but Billy could tell you a lot better on that than I
I was
could.
just curious if that was the follow
Yes.
through.
Mhm. Yes, that's the follow through on it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else have any questions? Okay.
Oh, I did have one more question.
Sure. Go ahead.
On streets, and I'm trying to think, I think it's line 4503. There's 80,000 budgeted for maintenance increase. Is that sidewalks?
Let's see. Where exactly is it? Maintenance.
maybe-
Okay. Maintenance increase sidewalks.
If that's increased, it would be sidewalks.
So there's 80,000 budgeted for sidewalks?
Yes,
Yes,
if that's where it is.
yes.
Okay. Is there a plan to spend that, or?
We do spend it constantly, yeah. I mean, we have sidewalk repair all the time, and that's part of the budgets and through there. So,
So this is your $80,000 grant aid.
What
and then
page?
This is down here.
what number again?
80,000.
5507,
This
I
is the
think
one
it is.
he's talking about.
What page?
Yes, it's 25.
That is a good question, because I printed mine out at home and it didn't show.
So she's asking about this. Okay, he can tell you exactly.
So,
8.
so that's to replace that wooden boardwalk that's up there by Howell Spring. So I budgeted to do that this year. I don't think I'm gonna have it done this year. It's probably gonna be pushed off to the next year's budget. But that's what that money's budgeted for.
Okay.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
And you can also see up there what I was asking about, just to make sure of. Under grant, state aid, under revenue, the $80,000, it also offsets the state grant expense of $80,000 below, which is also the sidewalk project up on, by Bubba's.
That's all done now,
Oh.
right? It's all paid off and done, or
I
no?
don't know if it's done yet or not. Simon, is it done? The $80,000 TAP grant one? For the continuation of the sidewalk up by the...
No, that section has not been done. That's federal funds that came in to connect the sidewalk from the Matterhorn. So we did that sidewalk section from Matterhorn to the funeral home. And this is to connect that to Main Street and to connect it to
Oh, to the parking lot.
Yeah, and we're at like 30% on the plans right now, so we're still waiting on those to be finished up.
And that's also a TAP grant, right?
Gotcha.
TAP grant?
Yeah, it's a federal grant.
Yep, okay.
Simon, do you recall off the top of your head what that distance is by chance?
No, sir.
Lineal feet?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
All right,
No.
I'm just curious.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? All right. The next thing we're going to talk about is our capital expenditures. The capital expenditures for 2025.
Page, please.
I don't have, mine aren't numbered. Are yours numbered? No. I'm sorry. It's
Mine
going to
are
be,
not numbered.
we always put the numbers on them, and I'm not sure. It's right after all the
11, I
details.
think, maybe?
It's right after the revenue expenditures detail, and it's like this.
In the colored sheet,
Yeah.
Fourth from the back.
yeah. It's right after page
apologize.
21,
It's, yeah, page 21.
be page 22.
We normally are real good about getting these numbered. So on the capital expenditures, we spent for streets, we spent 1/3 of the camera. The police, we bought their 2 vehicles and outfitted those. Fire, he has purchased his life packs, some of his hoses. The training facility is still kind of, they still want to keep it in there, but they haven't done it yet. The drone, water and sewer, the other 2/3 of the camera, his vehicles that he bought, and then transit. These trolley buses are, I think they're going to both be rolled to next year. I don't think they're going to come in 25. The tram has come in. It's pretty cool looking, and the tram has come in, and we have paid for it. So the other part of it will show up when we get a little farther, and then some of his building and vehicle maintenance. So that's what we've spent so far in capital. Our comparative bank balances, we finished the month of August at $4.7 million in liquid cash, $835,000 in CDs, for a total of $5.5 million. Okay. The next page is the bar chart on the bank balance comparisons. And you can kind of see how it emulates 24 and kind of the ups and the downs. All right, our next page, this is our long-term debt. The first thing you will see is the liabilities, the sales and use tax bond, Harry, that you were asking about. We made a payment in October, the 1st of October. That was $292,906.60, and that leaves a principal balance of $438,973. So we'll have an interest payment in April of 26. A principal payment in 10 of 26, then an interest payment in April of 27, and the final payment, it'll be 10 of 27. So it'll be paid off then.
Thank you.
2 years. Our solar lease project, that's pretty standard. And then all of our CDs are currently invested and don't mature until early in 26. And that's it. Questions?
I do have another
Yes, ma'am.
question. About the water sales. I noticed that water sales are down, and I was wondering, does that reflect like our reduction in water loss because of all the repairs that have happened, or what is that?
Which one are you looking at?
Well,
80, it would be,
I'm all out of order here.
I'm sorry.
I might
Should
have
be
to just
page on
email
six.
you.
Look on page 16. It should be beginning of the water.
I also do not have page number.
No, it should be automatically right up here at the top on the right-hand side. Because that report
I
automatically.
might just have to email you.
Or
As a general rule, and Simon, correct me if I'm wrong, but when our water sales go down, it's because we don't have the leaks. It's not because of people not using the water.
That was my question.
No,
If that number being down was reflective of a reduction in water loss due to repair.
That's normally what it is.
But I guess until I find the line number, you can't.
Yeah, so there's two different line numbers. You have the water sales, but then the water purchase, which is.
Yeah, it would be water sales.
Yeah, the water sales, that's all what we sell to the customers.
Yeah.
And then the water purchase, which is Carroll Boone Water,
See, I'm a disaster. Look at me.
you get, that's line 8021 5400.
They're not in order. That's the problem. This is my life, Michael. So water sales, you're saying, represents what's purchased by citizens,
Customers.
not including. Okay.
Now, are you looking under the amended budget or what?
I think I was looking at, well, now I'm looking at it, it doesn't look that different. It's like 62% of the amended budget.
I mean, we're at
But it's down.
66% for the
Yeah.
year.
And what is GKSSD?
That's where we sell water to Grassy Knob.
Oh, okay.
we sell water to them, and when we get our Carroll Boone bill every month, it's broken out of how much we pay for that and then how much is for the Grassy Knob, and then we bill them for that quarterly, and they pay us quarterly.
Gotcha. Well, it's not that much down. It's 62%.
Were you looking at the budget, the 1.125 million?
Yeah, looking at $760,000 compared to the 1.2. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the overall budget.
So to see the difference, back to my thinking on asking that question, to see the difference in benefit, if I'm trying to quantify the benefit of all the repairs that you've done, Simon, how could I quantify that? Will I see that in the budget here?
One way to look at that would be to go to the next page. Let's see, I think it's on the next page, maybe. 5,400. If you'll look on the next page, about third of the way down, you have 80, 21, 5,400. That's Carol Boom water purchase.
Okay.
You'll see that we're purchasing less water because as the leaks are fixed, then, the citizens are only going to use so much water per month, and the water purchases go down. So we start saving money there because we're not having these big leaks.
That makes sense.
Where we're just losing the water. So. You'll
And so if you carry that line all the way over where it says year-to-date balance, 8/31/24, at 485,000, that's last year.
Yes, it's the exact same
So
time.
you can look and see
Quite a big savings.
what we
Yeah,
spent.
Yep.
It's a $170,000 difference.
Yep.
that's awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome. And like I said, I know this is a lot of information, so if y'all have any questions or whatever and you think of them later, feel free to email me. I'm pretty good about responding pretty quick. It may take me a day, but I try to get back pretty quick, so.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I feel like it's a very well-managed budget. Like, I really enjoyed actually watching the mid-year revisions and how close you've gotten. And I just want to say that
I'm going to brag. In a little while in the thing, we're going to go over our 2024 cleanup budget. And basically what that is the legislative audit requires us to pass kind of a year-end budget that just says, okay, here's what you budgeted and here's what you said you were going to do and here's exactly where you ended up. And we were extremely close on our budget. And to me, that was awesome.
Yeah,
So,
that's big.
Our expenses were a little bit over, our revenue was a little bit over, but from where we projected to where we were going to be, we were really, really super close. So
Yeah.
I was really happy with that. And so it's a hard thing to try to figure out what are all these things are going to go and what the economy is going to do and all these other things. So sometimes we get it super close, sometimes we don't, but we try to do our best. But,
Yeah.
but
Well,
thank
good
you.
job, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
All right, anybody else have any questions?
Nope.
All right, no, and that will conclude our budget meeting then.
Thank you.
Budget workshop. Thank you, Michael.
What are you talking about?
And we will close our budget workshop and reconvene in about, 25 minutes or so? 20 minutes? So.
I get you're thinking on something, David.